Unite the Right. That was the slogan that was supposed to help steer a conservative government back to power in Alberta. But in recent weeks, as we prepare for the provincial election, we've seen a few hiccups, including word Thursday that this guy right here might be getting back into the political fray.
It began with a tweet from a political blogger Wednesday. By Thursday morning, a Calgary columnist seemed to confirm suspicions that Brian Jean was back.
And any time, there has been leadership infighting in the past, it's not surprising to see, people who weren't successful look for other avenues.
The rumor prompting significant pushback from conservative heavyweights such as former Prime Minister Stephen Harper and Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe, both urging the right to rally behind Kenney.
You don't see a Prime Minister and a Premier come out and say it's time to, rally the troops behind a particular party leader if they don't see that party's threatened. So I think there's some more information that we haven't heard yet.
But Jean himself throwing cold water on the gossip, writing that an announcement was coming Friday, just not what the rumor mill proposed. Still, he has recently directed scathing editorials towards both the governing NDP and his former UCP rival Kenney, which could carry some weight.
Some of their perceptions of how Jason Kenney's leadership wasn't as grassroots as they had anticipated. So I can see someone from the old guard of the Wild Rose Party carrying a lot of weight with that segment of the population. The big question is, how big is it?
It's been clear for some time that Brian has had a hard time coming to terms with the decision made by grassroots conservatives in our leadership election.
Kenney reiterating the need for conservative unity, recalling how divisions between the PCs and Wild Rose helped to contribute to an NDP majority in 2015.
The whole reason we decided, but 95% of us decided, to create one common sense pro-growth party was exactly to stop the risk of vote splitting.
Jean's re-emergence is just the latest headache for Kenney, as the UCP battles questions of a so-called kamikaze campaign allegedly aimed to propel Kenney to victory over Jean. The unfolding drama might even be enough to scuttle next week's rumored election call.
And if you're a new Democratic Premier who has her finger on the election button, the big question you have in mind is, do I want to let this play out before we drop the writ, or do I want to have some of this happen during the election campaign itself?
In Edmonton, Courtney Theriault, City News.